with New Noise Magazine, and I'm here with J2 Daily of Paper Route.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Perfect.
How's the tour been? I heard that Amberlin's a little jealous of how well you performed.
The tour's been incredible, actually. Definitely one of our favorites. It's yeah, it's the most like Paper Route people we've seen come out to shows even, which has been really, really encouraging.
Yeah, well, it's kind of silly, but my favorite quote from The Sound of Music is, "When the Lord closes a door, He opens a window." Do you think like the Piece of Wild thing is your window?
Absolutely, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was a long time coming, but it's here.
It's here.
Yeah.
You are such an innovative genre. Who do you draw inspiration from?
I mean, we're constantly listening to different things, but I mean, film is a huge thing. Literature, like that's probably where we're pulling the most inspiration.
Yeah, I noticed in a couple of your songs. That you had like Shakespeare references.
Yes.
Do you tend to be a Shakespearean man when it comes to love?
Maybe just because it sounds awesome, but no, I'd probably be more of a Wendell Berry or a Douglas Copeland author when it came to love. But no, I mean we're just yeah, I mean poetry, and I mean we're just always reading a lot, and film is a huge thing. We're big P.T. Anderson fans and Terrence Malick fans and Baz Luhrmann fans, and I think in some ways we're trying to create soundtracks to those genres, you know, like visually and I guess with words, you know, like when we're reading, I think we're trying to score it. I think that's definitely inspired us more than music. There's so many bands. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but I don't really know how to answer that. You know?
Yeah, I'm always so surprised at how many different people of different musical backgrounds always love your music. I mentioned this to you earlier, is that the guys in Memphis Mayfire absolutely love you. They're big fans, and it's kind of cool that your music can transcend those musical barriers.
Yeah, I mean, everyone can relate to Hurt, and we tend to talk about that a lot, so.
You like to write sad songs.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
One time on iTunes, sometimes my iTunes did this, I guess, classified you as indie electro pop. I thought that was pretty suiting. Have you classified yourself at all? Because you're so different.
That, I mean, it's usually electronic rock-ish, but honestly, electronic indie pop is probably exactly what we are.
I know, I was like, thanks,
we're an
iTunes.
independent band. We have definitely, I mean, melody's a big deal to us, but we're electronic as well. Yeah.
What instruments and electronic component did you use on this album?
What electronic instruments were used on the album?
Yes.
Too many.
Too many?
Yeah, samplers, synthesizers. I mean, just a lot of the paper route process is recording real instruments and then ripping them apart and then re-performing them essentially.
Yeah.
It's a very tedious process. I don't know how we still do it.
I noticed that you guys were selling some of your equipment on eBay before the last album. Did you sell the theremin? Because people want to know where the theremin went.
The theremin is asleep right now, but will eventually wake up.
Okay, good.
Headline tour.
Because they want it back.
Yes. It will be brought back.
Good, because they miss him. I miss him too. I'm not sure if your other fans felt this way when they first listened to The Piece of Wild Things, but when I first read it, I thought to myself, I was like, oh my gosh, some girl ripped JT's heart out and stomped on it. I just want to come give him a hug. So, this is a little late, and I hope you don't still need this, but I brought you presents that are like the breakup remedy. Okay. I brought you chocolate.
Thank you very much.
That's what you need when somebody rips your heart out.
That is what
Inspirational tissues.
Are you kidding me?
Yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, today's a gift.
This is kind of unbelievable. Shoes?
A really amazing bag of tea.
Thank you very much.
A smiley face rock.
Because everyone needs a smiley face rock. Thank you very much.
Apparently, it's said on the bag for the smiley face rock, when you're having a bad day, you're supposed to rub the smiley face rock. And when the smile washes away, then it's in your heart. A little corny. And last but not least.
That right there?
Last but not least, I brought you an awesome movie that is supposed to make you feel better. Up. Everybody loves Up.
Oh my gosh.
That is the breakup
This is seriously
remedy.
awesome. Thank you so much.
When I heard your album, I was like, what the heck? I want to go give this poor guy a hug.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Did writing the album help you? Grieve?
Very, very much so, yeah. It was very therapeutic. And honestly, the studio, I kind of just want to look at this real quick. The studio itself even was like this refuge where it was away from the city, and just going there made me feel like I had something to do, you know, other than
think about it.
Yeah, honestly, you know, and I mean, and everyone's gone through this in some way. I mean, mine was a little bit more complicated in some ways, but everyone's gone through this, and love is just a complicated thing. I don't. There's no equation.
When you had written Better Life, had you found that solace yet, or were you kind of like faking it till you made it?
Oh, absolutely faking it till I made it. Yeah, and I was trying to borrow my own inspiration. You know, I was trying to just essentially speak it into existence. You know, it was bad times. It was pretty rough.
Did you do anything crazy other than write the album, like, you know, get a new haircut, move, get a tattoo? Do you know what I did after my crazy breakup?
What did you do?
I got a paper route tattoo.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious. I really did. I'll show you later. I have too many winter layers on right now.
Okay, I understand.
But I will show you.
I took a baseball bat to my car.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That was probably, well, I broke my hand too.
A little Carrie Underwood on it?
I went Carrie Underwood, I did, and then I broke my hand doing some foolish things. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. This is pretty
we're great
neat.
now. What's up?
This is pretty neat. Somebody wrote when I was looking for questions last night that they thought The Piece of Wild Things was tied for best breakup album with The First Days of Spring. No, but I know I know. Do you know that album?
Yes.
Well, just in case you didn't, I'm sure you do. I brought you.
Thank you.
I brought you the album.
This is the best interview I've ever done.
Sweet. I brought you the album and their short film. Have you seen their short film?
No.
I thought it was pretty cool because you guys made the You and I video, which is kind of like a short film.
Yes.
And they made a short film. And I was like, that's
This
a really
is
awesome
unbelievable.
comparison. And
This
you're
is
tied for
unreal.
best breakup album with
Thank
them,
you very much.
which is pretty sweet, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Yes.
If you could go and have that procedure done to forget everything,
No.
would have you? No?
No, absolutely not. It's what makes me. It's what made me, you know? It's anyone. Well, there's a line in the new Fiona Apple album. It's
I'm pretty sure you just read my mind because I'm just about to ask you about Fiona Apple.
Really?
Really?
Because I talk about her?
Yep.
Okay. Because she says, like Jonathan, anyone, or anything. But essentially, any person that you've ever been with, or anything that you've ever done, like it's made you who you are, and that's what I'm in love with. And I think that is that's beautiful to me.
Good.
And there's no way to escape that. And I don't want to trade that in. I mean, I'm proud of my scars.
Good.
It makes me a man.
All right, here we go. Do you have any new love interests in your horizon? I know that you have a giant crush on Fiona Apple.
I do have a giant crush on Fiona Apple. I've traded that in. I do. I have a girlfriend now. Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Back to focusing. What have you been listening
Sorry.
to in this store?
I'm sorry, Fiona. What about? You know, I'll tell you exactly what I wish I was listening to. This brilliant artist named Susan Sunfer. I think I'm saying that right. Susanne Sundfo. Weird. It's like line through an R. She is brilliant. She has a song called White Foxes. Everyone needs to search just the song White Foxes. It'll blow your mind. I have to listen to it on YouTube now. That's how horrible it is. I don't think the album's come out in the States. It was on Spotify. They pulled it. It's really killing me right now. That's what I'd say. And the master soundtrack. The master soundtrack.
How do you say her name again?
I think it's Suzanne Sundfo. I don't even know. It's kind of like one of my new dreams is to work with her.
Oh, sweet.
If that's cool with Fiona. Yeah.
All right, so it seems like kind of the popular thing to do right now is do covers of top 40 songs. If you were to pick one that's like on the radio now, do you have an idea? I gave you a list in case.
Honestly, I was seriously getting ready to say I can't help you.
Those are the iTunes most sold right now.
This is one of the most well-planned interviews that I've done in a long time.
Which is pretty impressive because you confirmed it last night and I was pretty drunk.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Maroon 5, I don't know if you're a Taylor Swift fan.
I mean, she's a good girl. Okay, hold on here.
Oh, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I don't want to touch his stuff because it's I don't have much to offer. I can't bring, I mean.
Like Clarkson hasn't even album out.
I love how I just quit talking about Justin Timberlake, reading other stuff, and it probably sounds like I was nervous.
That's what everybody seems to be doing right now.
Is what? Covering
top 40 songs, and then they get really big.
I was listening to a song the other day that I thought, I have to cover this. Had like a whole pitch dance. Like on the piano, like, bow down before the one you serve. Like, it'd be just so beautiful. Okay, give me a couple more seconds, and I'll answer other questions if there's stuff in between.
Where do you like to shop? People think you're a very well-dressed man.
That's very kind of them. You know, honestly, Jade Howe is this. I was on this big vintage motorcycle trip. I was riding next to this guy, and we just kind of hit it off like he's a rad guy. Next thing I know, it's 3 in the morning. We're sharing a bottle of scotch and talking about Depeche Mode and the Bible, like the Old Testament. It's so random. And this guy was awesome, and then I was like, what do you do? And he's like, I design clothes. And I'm like, what's it called? Like, How Clothing. And I was like, I have your hands. And he gives me a lot of stuff, like he designs and he's tailored some stuff to me, and I'm very thankful for that. There's a, I'm trying to think of what Kate's stuff is called in New York. YB Threads is what it's called.
YB Threads.
Okay, there we go.
That's clear.
Yeah, and YB Threads, Kate has done some stuff, Katerina, and Jacob. Very happy.
Nice. All right, my last question. I've heard that you're doing an acoustic and instrumental EP called Keys to the Castle. Can you tell us anything about that?
Wow.
Or when we can expect it?
You know, honestly, we took on another tour in between this tour, and then we're like, well, now I don't know if we have that much time to do it. And then we took on another tour after that tour. We have to do it, and we will do it. But when we get back, I think one of the main priorities is just going to be to start writing again. But we'll do it. I mean, I don't know, end of the year. It shouldn't take that long. Okay, here's what I'd like to do. Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
I think the song I would like to cover would be Maybe Call Me Maybe.
I knew you were going to say that.
Seriously?
Yep.
Because here's the thing. Greg Laswell did Girls Just Want to Have Fun when he was going through, rumor has it, when he was going through hell. And all of a sudden the chorus was like, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Like, wow, that's heavy, dude. You know? And I think I would like to do the same thing with Call Me Maybe. Instead of like, call me maybe, like this is cool, flirty, like, just call me maybe.
Do that.
That would be
I
great.
like that idea.
Yeah.
Have you seen Anchorman? The movie Anchorman?
Yes.
Do you want to do a really corny sign-off? Like, I was going to say, hey, I'm Bethea with New Noise Magazine. Keep it classy, concert goers.
Yeah, what's the full thing?
You can say whatever you want, just make it really corny like you're on a news show.
Is that that console thing?
Hey, I'm JT from New Noise Magazine. Keep the change, believe in your dreams.
You're from Paper Up.
Shoot.
It's in the other room, so.
Oh, yeah, I have to do this. Hey, I'm JT from Paper Out. Keep the change.
That was awesome.
Okay.